I usually don't give a lot of praise to late bloomers, but I mean, if we're talking about players that are elite at this very moment, I feel like it'd be disrespectful to include a lot of these baseball players and not talk about Matt Chapman right now. And if you guys don't know who Matt Chapman is, I'll get into it in a little bit. But just to start off, it is July 12th, 2020. Out here in this quarantine, I'm James Sims. And for now, I'm going to get into Matt Chapman, who currently plays third base for the Oakland Athletics as of right now. Um, to give you a little bit of background, this is a kid out of California who ended up playing college baseball at Cal State Fullerton, where he was eventually drafted out of Cal State Fullerton in the first round of the 2014 MLB draft. It would be up until 2017 until he made his actual debut. Once he got to the league, he's really been kind of balling. His first season was his age 24 season. And he played 84 games, finished with 68 hits, 14 home runs, 40 RBIs. Nothing incredibly insane. But his second year is when people started to take notice. His second year in Oakland, he played 145 games. He finished with 152 hits, batting, he had a 278 batting average, but he still had more hits than games. He finished with 24 home runs, 68 RBIs, 365 OBP, but that's what he was. I mean, people knew who he was. He didn't make an All-Star game that year, but he did receive a Gold Glove, a Wilson's Defensive Player of the Year, a Platinum Glove, and people started recognizing him as the best defensive third baseman in baseball. And of course, that recognition wasn't fully received until this past year, his age 26 season, in which he actually did make an All-Star game. He won his second Gold Glove, which led to his second Platinum Glove. And offensively, he was still getting it done, playing in 156 games, where he finished with 145 hits, less hits than games, but he still finished with 36 home runs, 91 RBIs. He had a 249 batting average, 342 OBP, but when he made his first All-Star game, he finished the Gold Glove, and he finished sixth in MVP voting in the American League, despite having a 249 batting average. This little soundbite is not going to be incredibly long, but it's also good to know that Matt Chapman's actually an elite third baseman. Think Josh Donaldson when he was in Oakland, because Josh Donaldson had some good years in Toronto. He went to the Braves for a year. Now he's in Minnesota. And he had the kind of a late start that Matt Chapman did. I think Matt Chapman, at least as a defensive third baseman, he has a lot of good years left, considering he's that good right now at hot corner. But I mean, time will really tell. There's no point of really throwing hypotheticals out there. I don't think he's a Hall of Fame player. I think he's an All-Star level player. He's gonna be an All-Star for a few more years, and he's gonna be really, really fun to watch because Gold Glove defensive infielders are very, very fun to watch. Considering it looks as though he has a tight hold on the AL third baseman, while Arenado has the hold over the NL. It's always good to know, and Matt Chapman to me is an elite player. It took him a bit to make it to the MLB, whereas a lot of these players that I'm talking about have played 6-7 years. He was in the middle of his last season, his age 26 season was his second full season. And of course, it gets to people. It's some people are a little bit behind the curves compared to others. But as of right now, there's no way I'm going to not say that Matt Chapman is an elite baseball player. Right now, as of July 12th, 2020, I would want him at third baseman on most teams in the MLB. Once his bat catches up, I think he'll be amazing. But as a defensive player, you can definitely you don't have to worry about him being a liability defensively for a few more years. I have no idea if he's going to stay in Oakland, to be honest. I don't know his situation that well. But I mean, as long as he plays, if he's on and there's nothing else to do, literally nothing else to do, I'll give him a watch. And I think that if you're watching the A's, if you're an A's fan, you should definitely know who Matt Chapman is. Or if your team's in the AL West and you play the A's enough, you probably know who this guy is. But without further ado, I want to thank you for listening to all 5 minutes of this. You ever get a chance, look out for my boy Matt Chapman, who wears number 26, playing hot corner for the Oakland Athletics. Peace.